Test, test. There we go. Alright, my voice should be coming through better now. There we go. Both microphone audio and gameplay are being broadcast, so let me just double check real fast. Should be coming through all the way. We'll get started. If you're in the chat, let me know if you can hear my voice. Alright, I think I'm going to get started one way or the other. Okay. The stream might work, it might not work, but I think we're ready to go here. Gameplay, normal. Let's load in here. Do default. Select the difficulty. Player control character will attack and defend automatically, allowing you to focus on executing commands. So it looks like we have two easy options and one that's normal, so we're going to go normal. So this is my first time revisiting this since I played VII last year. And right away it looks like we're doing something different here. This looks like a callback to the end of VII. This is brand new. I don't remember any of this. Wow, looks great. Is the nuclear plant. Wow. What's to be said, they made this look really good. Here's our boy. Hey Alex, thanks for jumping in the chat there, man. Yeah, this is really impressive visually. I was debating of whether or not I was gonna get this, and I'm really happy so far. They've really fully realized this world. The music is phenomenal too. They've brought it to modern day really well. Look at this.
Halt! Who goes there?
You're up.
Alright, what do we got here? Square, attack with the sword, hold to unleash an attack capability multiply. Let's get right into it.
You're coming with us. Nice and easy.
Don't think so. Not bad. It's over.
There we go, boy. Leveled up. There's some glowy material over here. Warming up. Okay. Wow, look at the... I never finished 7, ironically. I did finish Crisis Core for PSP. Yeah,
Who in the hell?
This is a
Hands where
long
I can see
game.
'em.
The original. Very long game. I want to say it took me 50 hours playing it with speed up capabilities. Alright, can I do some dodging? The ATB gauge fills, so active time battle fills as time passes and by attacking with square. Once a bar is full, your character can perform special actions. So, where's the ATB bar? Looks like it's in the bottom right. Okay. Charges can be used immediately or saved. Try attacking the enemy to fill the gauge. God, this music's so good.
Freeze! Move and we shoot!
Alright. You can extend ATB gauge charges to perform battle commands, such as using abilities, magic, or items. Press X to try using one of the commands.
Go ahead.
Second command. Okay, cool. So it slows things down. Ability. Lunge toward an enemy with a piercing strike that hits multiple times, significantly increases stagger. Let's do that to this guy because he's on a
Soldier operator!
Oh my God. That was awesome. Yeah. Let's do the other one now. Oh, I don't have enough HP. Does the remastered version of the original have the speed up feature on PC? I played it on PS4 and it was the remastered version of the original and it did have speed up. It looks like they might be quite different, but yeah, it does have speed up and it does help. The speed up does help. And that 50 hours I was doing all the side content, which most people might skip that nowadays. So it looks like main menu and map. When not in battle, you can check the map, open menus, various kinds of information. Okay, options in the menu. The little bar for accessing the map to check your various objectives. Okay, let's see what that looks like. See, that's the only thing, when I'm on my PS4, even with a pretty big TV, I really have to strain to see what these icons are. Little arrow icon. Move your character close to automatically jump, crouch, or perform whatever actions required. So it's like an auto jump feature. Okay. Where's this map? On the map screen, you can check your current scenario objective and view the lay of the land. Show relative to current position. Oh, cool. Okay. So my objective is enter the reactor grounds. That makes sense.
Drop the weapon!
And loving the scene direction here.
You got this.
Yeah, what he said.
Biggs and Wedge. I love the Star Wars influence in this game. Guarding and evading. You can defend against enemy attacks by pressing R1 in circle to evade. Okay. Successful guard reduces the amount of damage suffered and also charges your ATB. Active time battle is what made the original, you know, SNES Final Fantasies and then Final Fantasy VII so famous. It's that concept of it's turn-based, but there's ultimately a gauge that's filling up, and that gauge filling up gives you special abilities and also determines who can attack next. And so bringing that mechanic forward into this not turn-based battle system is actually really cool. They didn't just make it a straight-up hack and slash. They're keeping some of that turn-based element, even though it's more action-focused. I think that's neat. Alex, you have the PC version. You might play through that if it has speed up. Turn-based combat doesn't really do it for me anymore. Yeah, I can relate to that. I like hybrids. I like when they mix turn-based elements with full-on action. I've had pretty much my fill of turn-based games, although I do have Final Fantasy VIII on my Switch, which I want to play through. It's tough. The speed up helps for sure. It just sucks. Some of those games have great art, great story, or at least fun, entertaining, escapist story, but it's tough to go back to some of them. So let's try out this
You're
guarding.
coming with us!
Can't get surrounded.
Parry. Oh boy.
Nope.
Yeah, you can try and shoot me. Oh, this is right here. Alright, buddy, what do you want?
Come on.
Okay, so there's a lock-on feature as well.
Not bad.
Game feels very snappy so far. I'm a fan. Use triangle to open chests or doors or talk to people. If you see the word hold, then you need to hold triangle. Okay. 2 potions. Let's go. Man, I can already tell I'm gonna love this game. Find boxes with the Shinra logo. Press square to smash them. They'll carry some stuff. Okay. So there's some potions. I don't have to physically walk over them. Break these boxes. Alex, it sounds like you beat Crisis Core. What would it make you want to play a turn-based game, if anything, nowadays? Like, I want to play Persona 5 because it's really stylish.
So what's Soldier Boy's deal? Is he one of us
turn-based.
now? He's got balls, this, what was his name again?
Cloud Strife.
Right.
And he isn't a soldier anymore. Still, he's a professional, unlike the rest of us. I'm glad to have him.
Man. This has some major
This is a
Star
one-time
Wars
gig.
vibes. I love it.
When it's done, we're done.
Real joy to work.
Biggs.
Real joy to look at, too. Looks are what people notice first.
Guess I'm not on the same page as people.
I'd say you're not even reading the same book.
I like this guy.
We're done here.
Or even the same...
Give it a rest.
Come on, nobody do something this crazy just for money. They may not think you're a true believer, but you know what I think?
Not interested.
What?
They're doing great. I love the dialogue in this. I think nostalgia would probably be the motivating factor. I really like Wild Arms, which are turn-based. I want to play Wild Arms. That thing had a really cool Western. If it's one I think of, isn't it kind of a Western setting? I feel like that could be fun.
You better be worth the money, Merc. Every last gil.
Man, Barrett's such a badass. For some reason, though, I never really gravitated towards any Final Fantasy besides 3 or 6. Okay, 3, 6, yeah. I liked the SNES Final Fantasies are interesting because 6 is my least favorite of the 3. Man, this is awesome. So 6 is my least favorite of the the Super Nintendo ones. I liked 4 because it has a great story, and I liked 5 because it has really deep, complicated combat and leveling up and the way that you assign roles and jobs to your characters. Whereas 4 had a very vanilla, like basically you had a paladin, you had a mage, you had, you know, the classes. You couldn't really make people different things, whereas 5 was very customizable. 6 for me hit me weird. 1, it was very hyped, and I played it a couple years ago for the first time. And 2, it felt like it took some of the elements of the job system in 5 that I liked, but dumbed them down, and it had, for me, a less engaging story than 4 did. So I actually came out feeling like 6 was my least favorite of the 3. I liked the story in 4 a lot, even though the gameplay was kind of vanilla. I liked the gameplay in 5, even though the story was vanilla. And I felt like 6 tried to split the difference on both sides. And for me, it just didn't really connect. The Wild Arms 1, 2, and 3 are spaghetti western inspired. Never played any of those after, though. Man, I've seen like kind of like artwork of those games. Maybe it's a cover artwork or just fan artwork, and it always looks so cool. Just that Japanese impression of what the spaghetti western would be. I could see that being really fun. I may have to check it out. All right, lock onto targets. Press R3 to lock on. While on a target, you can use R3 to switch. So it's like
Get him, boy!
Style. Okay. Let me get this dog.
Guess you're first.
Yeah, you are first. Death out of here.
Steady.
Man, this dog. Max points. Okay, let's get that out of there. Alright. Alright, abilities. Thrust these guys. Oh, I'm gonna thrust the dog. If I've learned anything from Dark Souls, take out the dogs first. That's my health. Alright, I'm doing that.
That's that.
Hey!
Looks like you're next.
Alright.
Nothing to it.
That's fair. Final Fantasy VI was the first I played. Rose-colored glasses are a play here. Potentially, yeah. I mean, certainly you played it a long time ago, so that makes sense. A lot of people love 6, so I know that I'm in the minority on that opinion. But yeah, playing them totally fresh and playing them in sequence, I was the least impressed. But yeah, I think a lot of people love 6, and at least you're cool with my opinion. Some people freak out when you say that you don't like 6, like you're killing their dog. Alright, is there a faster way to kill this dog? There we go. Maybe there's some kind of a jump into the air. Yeah, let's do this.
So long.
That is awesome. So that braver and that thrust that I'm
Was
doing,
never in doubt.
those attacks were special, like charged up turn-based attacks in the original, and they brought them into this setting so flawlessly. Yeah, to each their own. Indeed, I mean, video games are subjective, and I like that what's fun about them is talking about what people like and what they don't like, and I think sometimes there's this air of objectivity that something's great or something sucks, and I think that you really have the most fun conversations when you open yourself up to
Bad.
Alright, we're back. I think I had a DC somehow. That was strange. No worries, I just killed a couple dogs. My first time streaming from my PS4, but I'm actually enjoying this quite a bit. This is fun. So let's take a look at this menu. Oh, I can't really look at it while I'm moving. Oh, this music is so good. If you're just joining us back, sorry we had a DC for some reason, but I got it going again. Let's take a look at this. So, okay, so you can kind of look at his controls. Limit break. Okay, so I don't have to physically go into the menu. It looks like I can hold L1 at any time while I'm in battle, and I have shortcuts. So L1 plus square is braver, L1 plus triangle is the focus thrust, and then circle's the potion. So yeah, thrust is pointies, I'll remember triangle, braver, I jump, potion. I don't have one yet on X. A PS4 stream, let's get it. What camera are you using for it? This is my cam that came with my PSVR. Nico, welcome, man. Yeah, it's first time streaming on my PS4. It's fun so far, and I was excited to get into Final Fantasy, so I figured, what the hell, let's stream it. Thanks for joining. So I've got these shortcuts for the limit breaks. Okay, that's good to know. Man, I'm so taken aback by how good this music is. It's like the old music, but it's 100% redone with an orchestra. They've added lots of nice layers and counter melodies. Let's go up here. I think this is where I'm supposed to be. So now I'm kind of back where I started, it feels like. Let me see. I need to go back to the storage area. I am going wrong way. Let's go back to the storage. Okay, so these environments are a little more open than I thought they would be. I was kind of running around aimlessly, but I figured I couldn't go a wrong direction. But there's definitely some kind of a vague direction I'm supposed to go. Maybe I need to go back up that elevator. That might have just been for backtracking purposes. Yeah. Nico, did you ever play Final Fantasy VII? So where did they go? So connecting passage. If I can make that cursor just move a little bit fast. I think I'm supposed to go in here. Here we go. Hey, let's get it. Alright, let's try out my limit break shortcut. Thrust. Wow, that feels great.
It's never in doubt.
Man, the gameplay in this is feeling excellent. 2 potions. Maybe I should take one of these things. Yeah, I'm due for a potion. You only take these in battle? Ah, you can only take a potion in battle for some reason. I'm sure there's a workaround for that.
See you later.
Come on, Cloud.
Man, these characters are awesome. It's so fun being back in here with them. Okay, I can sprint by clicking in. Man, they nailed this.
Soldiers may attack on command, but I hear they make good guard dogs too. Bet you've seen a few reactors. So how do we get to the bridge above Mako storage? Ain't holding out on me, are you? Stamp scared to bite the hand that fed him? Or is he a loyal little doggy? Have it your way, Mutt. We can do this with you, or we can do this without you.
Different reactor, different layout. Depends when it was built. Never seen one like this, but I'll manage.
Yes, I did. It's been a while, though. Steph is the biggest Final Fantasy fanboy. Watched him play more than played myself. He loves the game. Yeah, I was telling Alex earlier here in the chat, I played Final Fantasy none at all when I was a kid, and then a couple of years ago I played 4, 5, and 6, and 7 right in a row, like boom, 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 boom. And I loved this one, and it does a great job of bringing forward the mechanics of the turn-based, but into a live action kind of setting.
Biggs will have the door open soon.
And these characters being fully voiced, I mean, they're capturing the
3,
spirit
2.
of them.
Damn, I'm good.
Who's there? Door! Oh, wait!
Uh-oh. Every character has a unique ability you use with triangle. Cloud's mode shift ability, you can switch between his balance operator mode and his attack-oriented Punisher style. Try it out. Let's do it. Punisher mode. Cloud moves slowly, but X unleashes more powerful attacks. So this is almost like the stances in Neo. In addition, Cloud launches a counter blow every time he guards against an enemy's attack. Okay, that's good to know. That helps counter the fact you're slower. He, however, cannot guard ranged attacks or magic. When you evade such attacks, you will switch back to operator mode. So, if I roll or try to block a ranged attack, it'll switch me back to operator mode. Okay.
Whoa! We can take him! Make it rain!
Holy God.
Enough.
Yeah, I'd say he moves slower.
That's that.
Wow, so if you're doing some closer range damage on some meteor targets like those dogs earlier, it's probably worth switching
He
to
always
the
knows
Punisher
just what
mode.
to say.
That's a nice wrinkle. And the lighting on this blade is superb. I think they knew everybody would be looking at this guy's back for like 3. We're live again. I'm trying this one more time. We've crashed a couple times, but I'm dropping it to 720p output. And at that point, if it drops again, we'll be fine. I'll just probably be done, but I'm gonna at least play through this first section because I'm having a lot
Security's
of fun.
only gonna get tighter, so be ready. We can't afford any more mistakes.
All right. I don't think I was making any of the mistakes.
Looks like the elevator's on another floor. Mind pushing that button?
Yeah, sure. Let's push the button. Are you able to set bit rate? That's a good question, Alex. I think in the
So,
advanced
you know
settings I
tłfa,
can.
right? It's
but I'm
not really
sure.
my business, but are you guys close?
What's this girl asking if I'm close to tłfa? What'd you say? Yeah, he's hanging out. Him and Nico were watching. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a flashback here. This was not in the original, so they're definitely giving some of these hints as to where the story's
Are you
going earlier.
ignoring me?
I am plugged in via Ethernet.
Tłfa and I.
Confirmed. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, you're fine. Yeah, I'm plugged in via Ethernet, which is why I was a little surprised that I'm having these issues. Here's the bad guys. The Shinra. The Shinra.
These sewer rats appear to call themselves Avalanche, sir.
That's a great
We
name for
are
a terrorist
currently
organization.
investigating whether they
Avalanche.
belong to the same group that made the attempt on your life. Rest assured, our inquiries will not take much longer.
This pump's sole purpose is to drain the planet dry. While you sleep, while you eat, while you shit, it's here sucking up Mako. It doesn't rest, and it doesn't care. You
I
do
love Barry.
realize what Mako is, don't you? Mako is the lifeblood of our world. The planet bleeds green like you and me bleed red. The hell you think's gonna happen when it's all gone, huh? Answer me! You gonna stand there and pretend you can't hear the planet crying out in pain? I know you can!
Hey, I'm digging this.
You really hear that?
Damn straight I do!
Get help.
Say that again.
One of the big concerns with this game was how are they going to bring this corny dialogue into
I'd worry less about the planet
modern
and more
graphics.
about the next 5 seconds.
And they're nailing
Save
it.
the screaming for later.
It's the right kind of tone.
Our lives are on the line now. You listening, Merc?
Jeez.
One false move. And that happens.
Well, so much for having Cloud do all the fighting. There are some places a sword just can't reach.
Dang, she called me out.
Just bear with him for me, would you?
They've given her character a lot more to say and do than they did in the original.
Should have asked
She
for
was
more money.
kind of just filler. Alright, we got another party member. Bear specializes in range attacks. Holding down square releases basically his gun when equipped with a ranged weapon, so we can equip different things to him still. Bear can fire from safe locations and hit enemies the Cloud cannot reach.
Gonna throw your sword at him? Let the man with the gun go to work. These tin cans ain't got nothing on me.
Can we overcharge here? No.
Now for the real.
Hey, alright, overcharge. Yep, I hit triangle just like I could do with Cloud, and it basically gives me a heavy hitting attack that fills a large portion of his ATB. It takes a long time to recharge though, so I need to be targeted with when I use it. Pressing triangle, however, will speed up the process. Does that mean I can charge it by tapping? Oh my gosh.
Come on.
Can he roll? He can. Okay. So let's shoot this guy a little bit longer. Cloud is hurt. Bear specializes in range attacks. I know that. Okay. Let's just keep shooting here. Alright, let's roll over. Dang, man. I love that overcharge attack. Alex says, Travis, do me a favor when you get a chance. Check out a YouTube channel called Astartes. It's a 5-part video series set in Warhammer. In the Warhammer. Let me pull that up now, that way I got it handy. I will do that indeed. Astartes. Is the channel just those? Yeah, okay. Tell me a little bit about this. Is this a fan film? I've wanted to learn more about Warhammer for a while now, so tell me what it is. One guy made the whole series. Incredible. Cool. I've got it queued up on my phone right now. I'll watch it when I get off here. You can switch to different characters depending on the situation. You can also stick with the same character and issue orders. Up and down on D-pad to switch, L and R to issue commands. Cool. Yep, a fan film. Man, that's cool. It looks like he's got a ton of subs, so he must have done a bang-up job on it. Is it 40K or is it original Warhammer?
Bring it.
Let me use Barrett here for a little bit longer. I'm really digging that. Let me just heal Cloud.
Do your job, Merc.
Shut up and move over.
Items, potion, Cloud. He needs one bad. Oh, and it doesn't auto heal. It kind of takes a minute. Okay.
Deal with that. Don't forget to aim.
Oh yeah? How about I aim for your head?
I need to shoot the guy that's up above Cloud. This Cloud can't get to him. Man, this is a fun battle system. It is chaotic. 40K, cool. I'm very interested in 40K because I always liked StarCraft better than Warcraft, so I figured I would have a little bit more of an entry point with 40K than I do with regular Warhammer. Did I miss anything back here that I could break? I'm gonna eat this game up. I'm gonna play this game all the way through. I can just tell already. I was thinking about this earlier today. There are some games that you play where it feels like you enjoy it, but you really feel the weight of every hour that you spend on it. Like, there's a game called Plague Tale. I was streaming it yesterday, and I really like it, but you can feel, okay, that felt like an hour. A game like this, I mean, I've been playing it for an hour already, and it feels like 20 minutes. It just is snappy, and it flies by. Okay. What am I missing here, Barrett? My objective is on Mako Reactor Basement 4. Show relative to current position. So I'm currently at utility access. So yeah, I need to go. I was going the right way. Maybe I need to be the other character. Okay, I can't access that elevator for some reason. Let's just go the other way. I guess this makes sense for going down stairs.
Look what we have here.
A laser security system. Great.
Man, this
Those things
music.
will hurt more than your pride if you're careless. They'll cut you down to size and then some. But I'm guessing you've done this kind of thing before.
Yeah. Figure out the timing of the lasers. Then, make a move when they cycle off.
Exactly. I'll go first. Nothing like a little danger to get the blood pumping.
Hey!
This is something that
Just
I
keep
don't
those baby
remember in
blues
the
of yours
original.
on me.
This is cool. Holding R1 or R2 to dash. You can also press L3 to keep dashing. Okay. Cool, so they give you 3 different buttons to sprint. That's nice. Good commentating, I agree. Some games feel seamless and enjoyable when you play. Others you really feel every hour you spend. Yeah, and it's not necessarily a mark of quality. If a game's 8 hours and you feel every moment, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that inherently. And sometimes it can change. On Red Dead, I would say the first third of that game, I was feeling every hour to the extent that I wasn't sure I wanted to keep playing because it just was so plotting. And I liked the characters, but it felt so slow. But once that game really got a hold of me, I took a break and came back. It became a game that the time